Hello again, everybody. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field on a beautiful day for baseball.
Yeah, baby.
All right. Welcome to another edition of the Raymond Report. Today is Thursday, opening day, March 28th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your opening day baseball. And it's also a Thirsty Thursday. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by the Raymond Report Sports Handicapping Tip Sheet. Come and learn about value, percentage play, performance cycles, player availability, and we use a strict money management system. Come and learn about the Raymond Report today at atsstats.com. All right, another good night last night, and you know what? When things are going well, you got to keep it going. And let's take a look at our selections yesterday. We went 4-0 again on our premium picks, and we won with the Ottawa Senators plus a goal and a half, the over in the Portland game against Atlanta, Chicago Bulls under against the Pacers, and San Antonio over against Utah. We are now 21-3-1 in our last 25 premium picks, and you know what? I have these runs like maybe once or twice a year, so it's if you're superstitious like I am just a bit, you want to keep it going, so you don't want to talk about it too much because what goes up must come down. But if you're a member of ATS Stats, hope you're enjoying the ride. All right, speaking of ride, we got a great day today lined up in Major League Baseball. But before we do, we always go feed the ponies and look at the opening bell. And you know what? Let's start today by the opening bell. We'll go feed the ponies in just 1 second. And I got to find my bell. All right, let's in round one, hey, Tyson, Jake Paul. That's going to be an interesting matchup. But how about you against the bookmaker? Who's winning that round right now? Who's got round one between you and the bookmaker? And last night in Major League Baseball, or actually in the NBA, Major League Baseball will be today. 67% of the favorites have won the last 7 days. Last night, 6-6 for the favorites straight up, but 9-3. Hey, dogs were barking last night. The NBA, they've won 75% against the point spread. 64% of the games went over yesterday, and on the 7-day average, 55% of the games have gone over in the association. And we talked about this yesterday, remember? We talked about all the favorites, and look at that, the last 2 days, the underdogs have taken the day. So hopefully that article helped you guys out yesterday. And let's take a look at the NHL. Only 2 games last night in the Bettman circuit, and it was a 50-50 night for favorites and underdogs. And on the 7-day average, 62.8% of the favorites have, that's the monthly average. 56.1%, so we're down from the 59.9 on the year. And on the puck line, we're just keep humming away right there. 70.3% of the puck line underdogs have cash tickets the last 7 days, and 59.6% of the games have gone under. We had a lot of over, remember that little run on the overs? Now we're starting to see a little bit of the unders pull through here, so we'll keep an eye out on that for the next few days. All right, got a great show lined up for you guys today. And let's before we do that, let's go feed the ponies. And I thought we'd go to a little bit northeast today at Aqueduct. I know there's 2 rainouts today in Major League Baseball in Philly and the Mets. But Aqueduct Racetrack, if you like to feed the ponies, well, we try to feed them as much as we can here. 1 minute to post time. Yeah, and if you're making it to post time today at Aqueduct Racetrack in New York, race number 1's a $20,000 maiden claim race, 120 post time, 1 mile in the dirt, and I'm going to recommend 6-3-2 today at Aqueduct. Number 6 horse, No Surrender. Manny Franco taking a ride on the 6 horse, 3-1 morning line on No Surrender. Andy Cant, Lascano taking a ride here on Andy Cant, the number 3 horse, even money, look at that, 1-1. And then Uncle Eddie, sounds like a show from the 70s. Uncle Eddie, the number 2 horse, 10-1 morning line on Uncle Eddie. Ruiz taking a ride on number 2. And if you want a joker value play of the day, the 5 horse, Growth Mindset, with Camacho Jr. taking a ride here. That's Sammy Camacho Jr. on the number 5 horse, 10-1 morning line on Growth Mindset. Today I'm gonna go with the number 6 horse, No Surrender. Put 10 to win, 10 to place on the 6. And hopefully Manny Franco crosses the line for you today at Aqueduct. All right. Okay, so let's see. Hey, it's opening day. How do you not start baseball podcast by not going to opening day? And let's go around the horn right now, and I'm going to show you guys a couple of ways you can handicap today's game. The one thing I always say, tread lightly today. It's an ace day, right? So you got opening day, you got everybody's top aces going today. You're going to see a lot of 7.5s, and it's one of these things where you got to really handicap and pick your spots, right? What I like to do when I approach Major League Baseball betting on opening day, opening week really, is I like to sit back and watch, let old bull, young bull type thing, right? Let them all go nuts at the beginning, and just pick your spots and find value, and we'll see if we can find some value here today. And always remember the big three in the Raymond report: shop for value, play the percentages, and look for those performance cycles. But you got to let the cycles happen before you get that. All right, so the Mets and Brewers, that one's going to be rained out. Same thing with Phillies and Braves. It's too bad. That would have been a great matchup. Strider against Wheeler. And then you got Camden Yards, first pitch, 3:05. You got Corbin Burns, newly acquired Corbin Burns from Milwaukee, going to toe the rubber for the Orioles against Patrick Sandoval. And we have 4.6 to 3.4 for Baltimore, over under at 8.1. 63% chance of winning for the Orioles. We got the Padres, who played in the Seoul, Korea, in the, was it Seoul Bowl or Seoul matchup series against the Dodgers. They split those series. Yu Darvish going today against Logan Webb, and that'll be interesting. And Logan Webb's on the road. And San Diego, San Diego to me the last couple of years, it's a chemistry thing, right? You got all these big names, but they can't find the chemistry in the clubhouse to really put it together. But today, opening day, we do have Darvish 4.07, 3.9, the over-under at 8.05. And we do have the Giants winning at 44.6%. So anytime you watch the Raymond report and I talk about the percentage play, right, that's one thing I like to do. And you're saying, well, how do you get these numbers, Ron? What we do is we go in the pass and we look at the line, the total, and we go get similar situation that both teams are in, and we go get you the forecast and the percentage play, and that's how we come up with that. All right, Washington taking on Cincinnati Red. Frankie Montas, former Oakland A's and New York Yankees. Montas going to get the starting assignment today against the Nationals. That'll be interesting. I know a lot of people will probably be on the Reds here. Minus 150 is the line. 9 is the total. And we'll see how that plays out. And I'll show you one of my handicapping strategies I use when I start handicapping the games. I'll get that in a second. The game I'll be watching, Tampa Bay against Toronto. The Blue Jays going to send Jose Barrios, no way Jose, against Zach Eflin of the Tampa Bay Rays. Minus 129 is the line. 7.5 the total. So you see these low totals today. So we'll see what happens at Tropicana Field. 4.2 to 3.7 for the Rays. Total's landing right there at 8. So we do like to go over the total. And should be a great game today in Tampa Bay. Dodgers, they're 1-1 now in the year. They're going to send Tyler Glasnow against Miles Mikolas. And if you read if you saw the forecast or the Raymond report yesterday, I kind of like St. Louis this year. I think they're going to be a team you want to pay attention to in the early going, just for value. I think you're going to get that pitching staff, even though they're not like a pitching staff like the Dodgers, or even I think Seattle has a really good pitching staff. But I think there's value in these old arms, right? Lance Lynn, Miles Mikolas, and all those guys. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on the Cardinals early on. All right, 5.26 to 3.4, the over-under at 8.7. So we do like to go over the total today at Dodger Stadium. Marlins taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Jesus Luzardo going up against Mitch Keller. That could be an under game. I think this might be an under game. I got 7.1. Look at the bookmaker right all over it, eh? All over at 7. And I'll come back to that when I handicap something for you guys. Kansas City against the Twins. Twinkie's going to send newly acquired. I don't know if he's newly acquired. Pablo Lopez, I think he is, right? Let me take a look here. Pablo was with the Marlins for a while. But let me see. Pablo Lopez. Where's Pablo? There it is. All right, so Pablo's last, Miami, Minnesota. All right, yeah, so he was at Minnesota acquired. And, so he'll get he was in Miami for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. He's a great pitcher. And minus 20, he's a road favorite against Cole Reagans today, former Texas Rangers. 4.1 to 3.9, the over-under listed here at 8.13. So we do have this game going over the total. I'm just trying to fix my double screen here. All right, let me see. Detroit taking on the White Sox. Yeah, White Sox rebuild. Hey, Garrett Crochet going up against Tarek Scuball today of the Tigers. I got 4.7 to 3.5, over under 8.27. Hey, the game, probably the game of the night. Framber Valdez against Nestor Cortez at Minute Maid Park. Minus 152 is the line. I got a 57% chance of winning for the Astros. 4.8 to 4.1, the over under 8.98. And the stash going for the Yankees. And I'm giving them a 39% chance compared to 57.06. Yeah, Framber Valdez. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. And Texas Rangers taking on the Chicago Cubs. Nathan Eovaldi up against Justin Steele. I know he was he missed a few of the spring training start. Maybe they're just trying to save his arm. But I think that'll be a great matchup today. Keep an eye on the Cubbies today. I think the Cubbies, maybe a plus run and a half might be worth a look here. Cleveland Guardians against Oakland Athletics. You got Shane Bieber against Alex Wood. I got the Guardians winning this one, 4.7 to 3.5, over under 8.27. And you got Diego Castillo going here against Brain Bello for the Boston Red Sox, 4.5 to 3.59, over under at 8.11. And just trying to look at some of the stats here. On yeah, it should be Luis Castillo, actually not Diego Castillo, unless there was a change. I got this from our feed, but it should be Luis Castillo who goes here for the Mariners. And we do like Seattle, 4.5 to 3.59, over under at 8.11. So again, another 7.5, right? And then Zach 10-gallon hat up against Kyle Freeland. And we do have Arizona winning this one. In fact, I got a good stat for you guys on Arizona at home. I'll show you that in just 1 second. All right, so I got 4.8, 3.2, the over-under at 8.08. So there you have it. That is today's rundown. And let me get to those 80% club stats. Tampa Bay, not Lightning. Still in hockey mode here, eh? I got to get out of my hockey mode. Where's my, hey? No, you're fired. And where's Harry? Hey? There we go. All right, Tampa Bay, homer away. Last 10, look at that. Last 10 Rays and Jays game. 10-0 to the over. Jose Quintana, home team against Milwaukee. 110-2 to the under. Atlanta's not playing. When the Angels are a road underdog, totals between 7.5 and 8. Last, let me see here, 20. You can see 13-3-4 to the over in Camden Yards. We'll see today. Seattle taking on when they're home to the Boston Red Sox. Last 10, 8-2 to the over. Baltimore, home or away. Total 7.5 to 8, 8-2 to the under. San Diego at home against San Fran. Last 10, 8-2 straight up, 7-3. So the California matchup right there does favor the Padres when they're home team against the I was going to say 49ers there, but the Giants. Arizona as a home favorite versus a National League West Division opponent, 16-4 stayed up. Zach 10-gallon hat as a home team when the total 7.5 to 8. Yeah, he's dominant, 13-2. And Dodgers 27-3 when they're a home team. The spread's between 220 and 240. Yeah, pretty good stats right there. All right, here's some other good stats for you guys. When Houston's a minus 140, 160 home favorite on a Thursday after a division game, so the last game last year. I know you're probably saying it has nothing to do with this year, but the stats don't know that, right? They're just grabbing the stats. 16-3 to the under. The Halos, anytime they're plus 160, 180 road underdog, total 7.5 to 8. In the first game of a series, going back to 1996, 9-2 to the over, so another over trend. I don't know if that means they're going to knock off Corbin out of the park here or what. Where's the Miami? This one here, look at this. The Miami Marlins, when they're 120 to 140 home favorite, first game of a series, 13-1 straight up. All right, so here's the tip I was going to give you guys when I handicap. So let me go to my strength of schedule database. So what I do is I go to, let's grab, so what you want to do is open up two windows, go to your computer picks. So go to MLB computer picks right there. So this way you can have a reference point to when you're searching something. And what I like to do is in the rain report, I always talk about the A, B, and C type teams. You know, A type teams are teams with a 60 or higher win percentage. B type teams 50 to 59.9, and C type teams are teams below 500. So if I look at Baltimore, all right, let me go to here. I'll just close. Oh, I already had it open. All right, so let me just close that window. All right, let me do this. So we'll go Baltimore at home, and Angels, to me, they're going to be a C type team. And last 10, Baltimore at home, their record is 5-5, 2-8 to the under. So this is a good way to see how you think that they're going to do against those type of teams that they're going to face, right? Contenders, pretenders, or middle of the pack type teams. And the Halos, though, the Halos are not too bad on the road. And but here's the thing: do you classify Baltimore an A or a B? Even though they're an A last year, so we'll give them that respect. And look at that, they're 5-5, 5-3-2 to the over. So maybe that's one that talks you off of it, right? Another game, let's take a look at Cincinnati at home against a C type team. So let's go Cincinnati at home. Last 10 games against C-type teams, 3-7. So be careful. And I know, what opening day is not the same as. Let me see. You look at the games here in August and September, right? A little bit of different. But again, if you want to do that, then you go to my other super database, and let's go to Major League Baseball. And you want to go Cincinnati. And you know what? I wish it would start in April, but I'm gonna do home team. And I'm going to do month of April because I don't have my database doesn't have March, or does it have March? No, it doesn't. It starts in April. Major League Baseball, pretty soon they're going to start in April. Hey, you're screwing up my database there, Major League Baseball. And let's do we'll do last 5 years. Cincinnati at home in the month of April, 24-22, 26-19, and 1. All right. Not too bad, right? So anyways, it gives you an idea if these are kind of accurate to the beginning of the year. 3-7. Look at the under. 3-7 to the under. And today you got Cincinnati. Who do you got going today? Yeah, Frankie Montas against Jose Gray. So watch out with that. Tampa Bay Rays against Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays will be a B-type team in my books. Tampa Bay, I think they should be an A. I like Tampa Bay to win that division. Tampa Bay at home against a B-type team. Last 10. 6-3-1, and the over is 10-0 for the Blue Jays and the Rays last 10, right? And how about Toronto? Toronto on the road against those, we'll say A first. 6-3-1, 5-5, and let's see how they do against B. Do you think Tampa Bay will be a B-type team this year? And let's see that. It's 3-6-1. All right, I'll do one more, and then we'll call it a night. I'll do a good one here. I want a good pitching matchup. Pablo, yeah, this is a good one here. Kansas City against Minnesota. Now, is Kansas City going to be an A-type team, a B-type team, or a C-type team this year? But we're at home playing Minnesota. I think Minnesota will be a B-type team. And look at that, 6-4 to the over, 5-5. And what about Minnesota? Minnesota on the road against. We'll do B and then we'll do a C. 7-3 to the over. Let's see what the C tells us. 7-3 to 7-3 straight up. All right, so maybe the mindset was under, right? Pablo Lopez and Cole Reagans, and that's one thing you might want to do today is take less is more. Take your don't go crazy and try the contrarian way of thinking. Think, like my good friend Ross says all the time, think like a bookmaker. If you see two great pitching matchups, you're thinking under right away. You don't think the bookmaker is going to think that, right? So, what's the line on this game? 8. And ask yourself, why isn't it 8.5? Why are they putting a flat 8, right? And let me do this. Let's do any teams. Home favorite. Say the last 5 years, the total is 8 in the month of. See, I wish I had March, but I don't know. I'll do April. That's all I got. All right, April. So any Major League home favorite, total is 8.5, but they're an underdog in that game. I'll come back. So we'll do home underdog. Total's 8. Last 5 years, month of April. What's the record? 49-57, 54-45-7. So see, if your mindset is training you to think under, man, maybe this could be an overplay, right? But again, take your time today. Don't go crazy. It's opening day. I know everybody's gonna. The thing with Major League Baseball, it's the NFL every day, and you're saying, well, what do you mean by that? Well, there's in the NFL, you got 15 games a week, right? 15 or 16. I think it's 15, 30, 32 teams. So you got 15 or 16 games a week. In Major League Baseball, you got 15 games a day. So you got Major League Baseball, NFL every day in Major League Baseball. So pick your spots, wait for those opportunities, and then hammer away. All right, hey, you know what? Holy cow, it's opening day.
Holy cow!
Yeah, it's always fun, eh? Opening day, and gotta give you guys one more Harry carry.
Hello, again, everybody. Harry Carey from Wrigley Field on a
Beautiful day for baseball. All right. Have yourself a great opening day, and we'll see you back tomorrow on a Friendly Friday. Cheers.